Hey folks, welcome to part 2 of our last day coverage of New York Comic Con. It's Sunday, it's a little sparse, but that doesn't mean stuff didn't happen. Check out my interview with David Liss, Marvel writer, on Black Panther, the most dangerous man alive, and Mystery Men, which you should buy when it's collected in trade so we get some more of it because it's that cool. Check it out. First thing I want to ask you is, you started as more of like a historical fiction novelist, and your comics work is relatively new, I believe, right? What brought you to the comics world?
The editor who brought me in from Marvel, Bill Roseman, read one of my novels, and he particularly liked the main character, who he said reminded him of an 18th century Luke Cage. So
nice.
He contacted me and said, do you like comics and do you want to write for Marvel? And as near as I can tell, there's only one answer to that question. So so that's what happened.
Mystery Men was a recent series that just came out. It was a miniseries that was essentially historical fiction, which is right in your wheelhouse. And it explores the very rarely touched on Marvel pre-Captain America Golden Age.
Yes.
And I was really excited to see that. I like seeing people play around in that area.
Marvel came to me and said, we're interested in doing this. Would you have any interest in creating all new characters and pushing the history of the Marvel Universe back, almost a decade? And again, there's only one answer to that question. So Bill Roseman, the editor, and I, we had a lot of conversations about what kinds of characters we wanted. We wanted to work with pulp archetypes. We wanted people to look at them and say, oh yes, it's that kind of character and that kind of character. So very rooted in pulp origins, but also for them to have a real Marvel feel. So in other words, these characters have to be messed up. They have to be, they have to have personal problems. They have to have inner demons. So combining those two things, because pulp characters are traditionally just kind of like a square-jawed, unapproachable, untouchable guy. So combining these two things was really so interesting and so much fun. And like I said, I think the book looks great. Patrick's art's amazing. Andy Troy did a great job with the colors. So it all came together. It's rare that things you want to come together as well as this did. So I want to do a man-ape story.
Yes, Mbaku, man-ape. He dresses as a white gorilla.
There are so many great things to play with, and so it's just a matter of if and when you get time for them. But like, we're Black Panther fans, and we want to do this stuff. We always talk about Storm and how much we want to bring her in, if we want to bring her in what way. So all the concerns that fans have, those are our concerns. And I also have, early next year, got pushed back. I'm doing an illustrated novel for Radical called Sword of the Apocalypse.
Oh wow!
And it's sort of like a 12th century League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Nice.
Richard III, Saladin, Genghis Khan, Robin Hood, and a few other characters get together to find a legendary sword of power.
That is awesome. Historical fiction is so cool, and I'm so glad you were there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir,
for helping us out here. We'll talk to you guys later.
How are baby vampires made? They actually are born to 2 grown-up vampires. And the only way you know that a baby vampire has been born is because from the shrieks of the adult vampires when they realize they've had one. And there's hair accessories on each one, different hair accessories, and they each come with a bottle, their own very own bottle of blood. We have 6 different babies here. We have Lily Rose Shadowin, who is the sweetest of our babies. She's likes to give vampire kisses, which are lethal, so you got to be careful. We have Cadaverous Nightshade, who is our steampunk baby, and he likes to create frightful inventions. His favorite is the guillotine high chair, which is very popular with the other baby vampires. And finally, we have Count Vlad von Gloom, who is descended directly from Count Dracula, so he thinks he's better than all the other baby vampires. He considers himself royalty. So you can go to vamplets.com, that's VAMPLETS.com, or you can go to our Facebook page and become a friend. We'd love to have you.
So there you go. This is the wrap. New York City Comic Con. It's Sunday. It's the easy day, but that doesn't mean it was easy. We're filing out here. Everything's cool. I got 2 more stories for you that I just picked up in the panels that I numbed my butt sitting through all day. Number 1, Incredible Hulk, Hulk Smash Avengers. All February, every week, a new Hulk title in this one series where the Hulk is smashing the Avengers. A lot of different classic creators working on each week, a different version of the Hulk each week, a different bit of the timeline each week. It should be really cool. The other thing, the X-Men panel. There's going to be a new Age of Apocalypse ongoing series set in the Age of Apocalypse, as you saw in Uncanny X-Force, which is 10 years after the classic bit from the 90s. It's cool. You should check it out. So that's all we got. right now. Stay tuned to Crave Online. I'll be publishing interviews. I'll be writing up all these panels. You can follow the live blogs as well. And if I can get personal for a moment, girl, nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying this was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. Keep coming back to Crave.